What is cracking, everyone? Steven or Stay Mental here, and I am stoked about today's episode. I'm stoked to talk to you about kind of a more, businessy term, but it's something that every successful person has. It's what all the successful people, say that you should have if you want to be, i.e., successful or have, a bunch of money, essentially. Now, not that I agree with that, right? Because I kind of live a different lifestyle, but this is a good way that your band, that your business can grow, and you can actually see some type of return, especially if you're a band and you have, 5, 6, 20, there's a couple bands that have like 8 members. It's kind of crazy. But everyone wants a cut. Everyone wants a paycheck. Well, how do you make more money to have more of an ROI, more of a return on your investment, right? So we're gonna talk about multiple streams of income, and I also did just talk about this on my Instagram as well, but it's a lot shorter, and I love going in depth on my YouTube channel. So let's go in depth. Let's do this. Okay, so multiple sources of income is exactly what it sounds like. It's multiple sources, so it's coming from multiple different places, and it's income. So it's money coming into your bank account or into your band bank account before it disperses into taxes and expenses and paychecks and all that stuff. So it's not just the door ticket, it's not just that one shirt, right? Or that hat or that beanie, but it's 5 to 7 to 10 different sources of income. So statistically speaking, your average millionaire has anywhere from 5 to 7 sources of income. So what does that look like in the band world? What does that look like as far as a band goes, stuff like that? Like I said, show ticket, right? That here, I'm just going to go down down the road real quick. So that is a hard one, but it is a source of income, right? Because you're splitting that. Sometimes you don't get a payout. It just depends on like where you are at in your musical world, in your band world, right? So that is one source of income, though. Obviously merchandise, so apparel, right? So t-shirts, stickers, beanies, hats, all that stuff. That's pretty common. People know those sources of income. You can classify those as 2 sources of income, and actually a pro tip or whatever tip you want to call it. So the way you can grow those more is by growing your brand more. So a brand isn't your logo, okay? It's not what your name is. It's how your product, so how your music makes people feel. So if you can grow your band by making people feel good and actually want to listen to your music, your brand, your band, your logo, all that stuff, the whole thing as a whole will grow. So those 2 things will obviously get higher, right? You'll sell more shirts, you'll sell more merchandise, you'll sell more show tickets if your brand, if your band is touching more people and making people feel good or feel angry or feel mad or whatever your music's trying to do. So another source of income actually in the music world, well, technically in the video world, and I'm gonna pause this video for just like 3 or 4, maybe like 10 seconds, and I wanna talk about DistroKid, because DistroKid is a digital distribution company to get your music up on all streaming platforms. Okay, I'm talking about you recording your music because of DIY or die lifestyle, right? And you need to get your music up on all streaming platforms. DistroKid can help you out with that. You cannot talk to Spotify. You cannot talk to iTunes. You cannot talk to maybe you can talk to SoundCloud. You can't talk to Pandora or any of those other streaming platforms. You need a third-party person that is building a relationship, and they can talk to them and get your music up extremely fast, and has all the cool perks and all that stuff. DistroKid are your dudes, are your gals. They are the company for that. I'm not saying this just because they're sponsoring this video. I'm saying this because I have actually worked with them for years, and I freaking love them so much. So check them out. My affiliate link down below will get you a discount your first year signing up. And let's get back in this video. There's music distribution for actual video projects, right? So I do video as well. I do videography as well, and I have a number of different sites that I actually subscribe to, that I go and download music. Some of them is with vocals, some of them without vocals, instrumental stuff like that, and I put them on my videos. So with downloading them, with paying a set price every single month, I get the license, I get all the stuff, and I'm legally allowed to use them. Now, it's not $10 million or $10,000 because it's not some crazy popular song, but it's a song that someone made that is probably in a band or doing the solo project to make a little bit of more side cash, i.e. another source of income. There's a number of different sites out there, and you can also apply to them. There's actually a bunch of them now, and I highly recommend you look into that, especially for like B tracks, right? So your B-side tracks. They didn't make the A, album, but they're sitting there, you recorded them, you mix, you master them, you did all the things, and they're kind of just sitting there wasting away. You can upload those to a distribution site like that, and essentially get paid still for them. So along the same lines as that, as far as small time video work, there's also, selling your music for radio, for, there's a guy that I used to listen to a podcast all the time. He get really big and actually pretty wealthy at selling his music to WWE, so wrestling. So there's all these TV shows and all these people that need music, not just Spotify, not just iTunes, not just consumers like us, right? There's all these different avenues that you can look as a band that you can actually curate that source of income and curate multiple streams of income. And you can get up to that 5 to 7 mark pretty dang fast. Now, if you're starting to gain momentum and you're getting a little bit of a bigger of a band, you can do like what Periphery did and all that stuff, where they made, Get Good Drums, because they used their band, they used their brand, they used the name that they were making, and they made a MIDI drum, whatever, software. And you see that more and more people doing that. Like I have the Will Putney one, he's a famous producer. He does amp modeling, stuff like that. So if you get up to that realm, if you're starting to get a little more popular, you might want to think about that as another source of income. Using your knowledge, using your know-how to make some type of other product. It's still in the music realm, it still could be in your band realm, but it's just a little bit different, and it adds another source of income. So there's a couple ideas. There's a bunch more that I could talk about. There's a bunch more that, if you sit down with a pen and paper and just kind of stew on this, I freaking hate that word, by the way, but stew on this, you can actually come up with some really cool ideas, right? It doesn't have to just be on your merch table or just be at the door ticket, come to our show, post 1,000 times on Facebook, stuff like that, right? So get crafty, multiple sources of income. Hopefully this video helped you out. And if you have any questions at all, leave them down below. You can hit me up on my email as well. And hope you enjoyed this video, and follow, like, share, and do all the dumb YouTube things. Or not, that's okay, whatever. I love doing these, and I hopefully am helping you guys out. So I'll talk to you soon, and okay, bye.